We've got several important matters to deal with this morning. We'll just try to move through them quickly. But in order, we're going to deal with 1002, 1003, 1005, and then the smoking ban. And so that means we're going to talk about some good government reforms in the first two of those, the first three of those, and then of course the public health matter that we've all spent a lot of time on. So let me just say very briefly how especially appreciative I am to those who made these first three bills happen. As a general rule, good government measures, however sensible they may seem, are hard to pass. They're a lot harder than you might think. And the reason is nobody builds a political career off of them. The benefits are spread very widely, and there are generally not passionate interest groups focused around these things. And so it's a rare legislator who's willing to put the time and effort in to making them happen. But we have several of those here today, and starting with then Senator Connie Lawson, now our Secretary of State, and David Wilkins from the House. And I just want to thank them both. We did some spring cleaning in Indiana. 30 boards and commissions have either been eliminated as obsolete or consolidated for efficiency purposes. The remaining boards will now be able to operate more effectively, telephonically, with all the necessary safeguards in place. This really modernizes Indiana state government in a way that's overdue, and there's more to do, honestly. I always remember that at the start of every year, Andrew Carnegie used to say to his colleagues in business, "What are we going to throw away this year?" And what he meant is that bureaucracies need to let go of the old, move to the new if they're going to survive and thrive. Government's not very good at that, but thanks to these two and those who helped them, Indiana, I think, has taken a significant step forward. So I really want to thank them for that. And we will start with 02, followed by 03. 03, of course, also includes the stiffening of sanctions against those who don't, local or public officials who do not comply with our necessary transparency laws. Thank you. You got a collection.
Thank you.
David, thank you.
Thank you.
Really appreciate you doing this. Absolutely do. Today, Indiana will take steps, depending how you count them, 8 or 9, on the path toward modernized local government. That path on which we were set by Chief Justice Shepard and former Governor Kernan and their colleagues on the Kernan-Shepard Commission. Everything I just said about the previous bill obviously applies here. That even armed with the recommendations and all the credibility of that commission, it's been tough going. We're maybe a third of the way there toward modernizing Indiana's system of local and school government. But in view of that difficulty, I'm even more grateful. Connie Lawson fought this fight year after year after year and is largely responsible for the legislative progress we've made. Kevin Mahan just came on the scene and jumped right in and steered these new prohibitions on nepotism and on conflict of interest into law. So very good start for anybody's career, Kevin. Nice job, and a good one to quit on, Connie, as you take up even bigger duties. You've already got one, I think. Speaking of things that are not easy to accomplish, Indiana's wrestled for a long time with the question of how to protect the public health and the health of employees in particular in our public spaces against the hazards of secondhand smoke. And been a very, very long march, and lots of interest to be balanced, obviously. I've never thought this was quite as absolute a subject as some folks find it, on one side or the other. But that just meant it took incredible amount of effort and patience and ability to understand the viewpoints of others to bring about the bill that we're about to make law. And really, I thought we saw the legislative system at its finest. It's there to balance competing interests and to find compromises when they're difficult to do. The sponsors, Senator Gard and Representative Turner, got to say that, Charlie, I'm really happy for you. You have worked so long and so tirelessly on this, and you never gave up. And I hope you feel that you have achieved a really great thing here. And I'd just like to offer you And I want to thank Dr. Greg Larkin, who's been our most tireless advocate inside government for measures to reduce smoking and to protect the public health. And Greg, to you too, thanks very much for all you did to get us here. To all those groups who assisted also, I hope you feel a sense of accomplishment, as you should. Now, we got a lot of souvenirs to hand out here. So. They say success has so many fathers. This one really did, and mothers, Bev. Thank you. And Eric. Charlie, very especially to you.
Thank you.
Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Yep.